So let's hit this in. So he wants out of Green Bay.
Mm.
He wants the GM Brian.
Gutekunst?
Dang it! I thought Tyler was gonna hit it.
No, dude, I see that name so many times. I'm like, I have no idea.
Gutekunst? Something like that. I looked at Tyler. Really thought he was gonna be able to nail that.
Nope.
But he wants the GM.
I didn't get to practice that one in the mirror.
Oh, sorry. He wants the GM Brian fired.
Brian G.
He threatened retirement if things don't get fixed to his liking.
Oh.
And then there's a president and CEO came out, Mark Murphy, just a couple days ago. Was like, this is an issue we've been working on for several months.
Yeah.
And it's all started with his contract negotiation. That's how it started. But the fact is that Mark Murphy came and said it's been months of talking. So I mean, this has all been backdoors for some time now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Aaron comes out and says, "I'm not coming back to the team. I'm done. I'm out."
Well, there's more reasons behind this. So
that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, no, there is. There's some reported instances. So one, I actually think it started last year when they drafted Jordan Love, like retards.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, that's not politically correct. Like dumbasses. And took Jordan Love in the first round, traded up for him, who never even stood up for a game this year because he's trash. Secondly, if you do that, like, either you have to just tell Aaron, like, hey, we're drafting a quarterback.
Yeah.
You tell him, like, because you're pissed off, which it did. Second, so there was this contract issue where apparently Rodgers wanted an extension. They wanted to renegotiate.
Uh-huh.
There was that stalemate.
Then they kicked the field goal in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah. Yeah. That was real dumb.
That was just...
Even casual fans were like, that's real dumb.
Yeah, I was watching the game. I was like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, it didn't make any sense. Like, just game management made zero sense.
Timing, how far you're down.
But,
like,
yeah,
you need a touchdown.
So Mark Murphy, Matt LaFleur, and Brian G have all flown out at separate times this offseason to go and try to handle this with Aaron Rodgers because of this struggle. And on top of that, it's been reported that earlier in the offseason, Green Bay told Aaron Rodgers they were going to trade him. Straight up like, hey, we will trade you. Okay? That's what we're going to do. We are looking for a trade partner. We want to trade you. And they completely backed out like a week later.
More than likely, and that's why I think, like I said, if it started contract negotiations and issues, money or extensions, whatever it may be, that, and then the fact that, like, now Aaron goes public, and now he's like, I want the GM fired, I want it my way or I'm out. Mm-hmm. Like, I think that's when, like, you talk about the trade talks. Like, that GM, I guarantee he's calling Aaron, like, hey, if you don't, like, work with us more, we're just going to ship you out. Like,
yeah, but then he changed his mind a week later. Like, that's bad. That looks bad.
It looks bad, probably because Aaron was like, oh, yeah? Who's your backup right now? Jordan Love? All right, well, I'm out. Have fun losing for the rest of the next 10 years.
Right.
Like, either you work with me, too. Like, you got nobody to lead this team. Like, Aaron Rodgers not on the Packers. The Packers go 3-12 next year.
Yeah, no.
Whatever it is.
There's not enough talent there, period.
So, regardless, Aaron has the ball in his court. Without Aaron, Packers are trash the next 5 years.
He's one of the few quarterbacks in the league that can get their way because they're that good.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers goes to any other team, like, and he's put out Denver, San Francisco, and Raiders, Las Vegas as teams that piqued his interest for trade.
Right.
He instantly makes those teams a contender.
Yeah.
Like, he makes Denver, even though, and Denver has some talent, but they're not a great team. They have some talent, though. He instantly makes them an actual contender because he's that good.
Yeah. Niners, guaranteed play, like, NFC Championship.
But the Packers nixed apparently the Niners called the Packers about, like, the week of the draft. It was like, hey, we'll give you the 3rd overall pick.
Yeah.
Another first-round pick. Like, they were going.
That was the same thing with the Broncos. It was reported they enticed the Packers with a really good trade package like the night before the draft. But then, obviously nothing happened on draft night, so draft days.
Yeah. It's crazy. Personally, if I'm Mark Murphy, the president of who makes the decisions for the team, because there's no owner, they're the only professional team in the United States that are publicly traded.
Yeah,
publicly owned
he's
team.
President and CEO, so he's got final say.
He makes the final say on this stuff. If I'm him, bye Brian G. Bye bye. I'll pack your shit for you because if Aaron Rodgers wants you, you're gone. It's Aaron Rodgers.
Mm.
And let's be honest, Brian G hasn't been the greatest. He's only been there a few years. Like, he's made some decent things. He's done some decent stuff. I'm not saying he's awful, but he's not great. You just re-signed Kevin King. You literally lost the playoff game because of Kevin King.
You literally lost an NFC Championship game because of Kevin King.
Yeah, and you re-signed him.
So
that's. I mean, I know there wasn't you had nothing else to sign, but Richard Sherman's on the out there. You could have gotten Patrick Peterson. There's another guy who's started 30 games for Pittsburgh the last 2 years who's a stud who's out there, Steve Nelson. Mm-hmm. Like, there's all these guys you could have gone, but you chose to stick with Kevin King.
Yeah. So, like, for me, like, as much as, like, when it comes to Aaron Rodgers, I will say I'll never, like, deny, like, a generational arm talent. One of the best QBs of all time. There's no, like, I will never deny anything he's accomplished on the field. When it comes to his personality off the field drama, he's a big crybaby and annoys the shit out of me. But in most cases, we see it through the offseason. He's crying because he lost the game. Don't like the play calling. Blah 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 blah. All nitpicky crap. But Mike McCarthy gets fired because obviously they chose Aaron Rodgers' side. Correct choice there.
Yeah, I mean Mike McCarthy.
Between the two of them, you go Aaron Rodgers all day.
But McCarthy's whole system was just so stale,
so bad.
And they've been together 10 years. Like, it was just time.
It was time. On. But it was like you either pick one. You pick Aaron Rodgers. He's crying about it. Whatever. You go with Rodgers. Good decision there. But usually Rodgers, when it comes to Rodgers, I'm like, shut up, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You're a great talent. You're on a great team. You can make things happen. Just quit whining to the media. But this is the only situation where I'm like, Rodgers, you got to keep going with the cycle you're going. Because I don't think Aaron does get anything out of this unless he does it the way he's doing it.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean.
Like if he's really that unhappy, you have to you have to pull the James Harden.
Yeah.
James Harden just did this to get out of Houston to go to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing. Like it's either do it my way or I want out. Because if you're that unhappy, you have to.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he's one of the few guys in the NFL that can make that power move and have it work in his favor.
Yeah. The one that he holds the power as well.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he doesn't hold the power because obviously he's under contract still. He can't just force his way into a trade.
No, but he definitely has the Packers by the nutsack.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like you talk about few QBs that have that power. He's one of them. Patrick Mahomes is one of them. Russell Wilson's one of them. Like you're talking the top 3, 4, 5 QBs in the league.
Right.
They're the only ones that even have a chance at running it like
Tom
this.
Brady, obviously. And
Tom Brady.
And Tampa's done exactly what Tom Brady said, I want this. He said, okay. Yes, Tom.
And look what happened.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you're Packers, you've been to back-to-back NFC Championship games. You've been on the brink. I mean, Matt LaFleur wants him back. He's a great leader. He's the best leader. We know we could build a championship around him again. We're trying to do our best. But you have Brian G being a Dickerson. I don't know. But like you know what I mean? Like I'm with you. If you're Mark Murphy and you're picking between Aaron Rodgers or Brian G here. And Brian G's shown history of being not a great GM. Aaron's a one-generational arm talent of a QB.
Who can still easily play for another 4 or 5 years.
Exactly. Seems like a good, here you go, Aaron.